Morning light spread softly over Liesheim, but it did little to warm the air. The village felt quieter than before, as if every lantern and every drifting snowflake was holding its breath. Alva stepped outside her small guest house, pulling her coat tighter around her. Tipp waited on the snowy path, his hat crooked and his expression unusually serious. "Ready?" he asked. "No," Alva admitted, "but I guess that doesn't matter." "Good," Tipp said. "That's the correct answer. Only fools say they're ready for their first day of magical training." Alva forced a thin smile. Comforting. They walked toward the hill, where the Hall of Lights stood. As they passed through the village, Alva noticed how many nisses had gathered outside their homes, watching her with a mix of curiosity and something heavier. Hope, maybe, or fear. A child pointed at her. A parent quickly pulled them close. "Why are they staring?" Alva whispered. "Because they've run out of answers," Tipp said quietly. "And you might be one." They reached the base of the hill. The floating lanterns flickered weakly, but a few bobbed brighter when Alva passed beneath them. Tipp noticed and nudged her. "See? The lights know you." "I'm not sure I like that," Alva said. "Too late," Tipp replied. "They've chosen their favorite." Inside the hall, Eldrin and several council members waited. The crystals hovering above the floor glowed faintly, their brightness far lower than yesterday. Eldrin bowed his head slightly. "Good morning, Alva. We begin with something simple." Alva raised an eyebrow. "Simple how?" Eldrin gestured to a small floating crystal drifting toward them. It hovered inches from Alva's chest, glowing softly. "This is a lightstone. It responds to the energy of the heart, and yesterday it responded strongly to you." The stone trembled slightly, then floated closer. Alva stepped back. "Is it supposed to be doing that?" "Yes," Eldrin said calmly. "Place your hand near it." She hesitated, then lifted her hand. Before she even touched it, the stone flared bright gold. Murmurs filled the hall. Tipp whispered, "It likes you, or it fears you." Hard to say. The stone pulsed, sending a warm ripple up Alva's arm. She gasped. "It feels like something tugging inside me." "That is your connection to the heart waking," Eldrin said. "The light responds to your presence. But we must understand why." The stone dimmed again, drifting back to Eldrin's hand. He tucked it into a pouch, his brows knit. "Your training," Eldrin continued, "begins with control. You must learn to sense the realm's light and the darkness that threatens it." Alva frowned. "How am I supposed to do that?" Tipp stepped forward. "Don't worry. I've trained many before." Eldrin raised an eyebrow. "Tipp, you've trained 0. "That's almost many," Tipp insisted. Eldrin sighed. "This will take patience." He turned back to Alva. "Your first lesson is simple. Listen to the magic." Alva blinked. "Listen, to the magic?" "Yes," Eldrin said. "Close your eyes. Feel the light around you." Alva took a shaky breath and slowly closed her eyes. But what she felt was not light. It was something else. Something colder. Something lurking just beyond the edge of her awareness. Her eyes snapped open. "Tipp! Eldrin! Something's wrong." Alva stepped back, her pulse racing. "Something's wrong. When I tried to listen to the magic, I felt something cold, like a shadow moving." Tipp's hat shot upright. "A shadow? Here? Now? That's bad. Very bad. Extremely." "Tipp!" Eldrin said sharply. Alva pressed a hand to her chest. It wasn't light at all. It felt alive. Eldrin's expression darkened. "The darkness grows faster than we feared." A counselor stepped forward. "Speaker, has it reached the upper paths?" Eldrin didn't answer, and that silence was answer enough. Tipp tugged at Alva's sleeve. Maybe listening to magic is not the safest lesson for today. But Eldrin shook his head. No, if Alva can sense the darkness this clearly, her connection to the heart is strengthening. We must guide it. "That sounds like a terrible idea," Tipp whispered. Eldrin ignored him and led Alva into a smaller chamber behind the hall. The room was dim, lit only by a single lantern that flickered weakly. In the center stood a pedestal with a shallow bowl of glowing water. "This," Eldrin said, "is a mirror basin. It shows the state of the realm. When the light weakens, the water dims. When the darkness spreads, it stirs." Alva approached slowly. Her reflection shimmered in the golden surface. For a moment, the water was calm. Then the edges darkened. A faint swirl of shadow moved through the basin like ink under glass. "Tipp," Alva whispered. "Do you see that?" Tipp peeked over the rim. "Oh, no. Oh, no, no, no. That's the darkness. It's spreading again." Eldrin nodded grimly. "It reacts to Alva's presence." The shadows stretched toward the center of the bowl, toward her reflection. Alva stepped back, heart thudding. "Can it come through?" she asked. "No," Eldrin said quickly. "The basin only reflects. It does not open." "That doesn't make me feel any better." Before Eldrin could answer, the water suddenly flared with bright gold. Light surged upward, forming a thin column that spiraled into the air. Tipp yelped and toppled backward. Eldrin stared, stunned. The basin has never reacted like this. The beam twisted, the glow tightening into a clear symbol in mid-air, a snowflake with 6 points, each point tipped with a star. Alva's breath caught. "That's my key." Eldrin stepped closer, his voice low and trembling. "The heart is not just reacting to you. It is calling you." The golden snowflake pulsed once, then shattered into a soft ring of light. Alva felt the warmth settle into her chest. Whatever tomorrow's training would bring, she knew now the realm was depending on her more than ever. The golden symbol faded from the air, leaving the chamber dim and still. Alva felt the warmth in her chest slowly disappear, replaced by a trembling unease. Tipp dusted himself off. Well, that was dramatic, even for the heart. Eldrin approached, his voice low. "The heart does not show the key of Winterlight unless the realm is in true danger. It has chosen you." Alva swallowed hard. "Chosen me for what?" "We don't yet know," Eldrin said, "but your connection to the light is awakening." Tipp tugged Eldrin's sleeve. "Should we tell her the other thing?" Eldrin hesitated. "Not now." "No," Alva said. "Tell me." Tipp sighed. "The symbol isn't only a sign of calling, it's also a warning. It means the darkness isn't wandering anymore. It's hunting." Alva's heart dropped. "Hunting what?" Tipp raised an eyebrow. "You?" Before she could respond, a deep rumble shook the chamber. The lantern above them flickered wildly. Eldrin stiffened. Another collapse. The rumble grew louder, rolling through the hall. Bells rang outside, an urgent, uneven pattern. "That's the alarm," Tipp squeaked. "Something's happening in the village." Eldrin moved quickly. "Stay close, both of you." They hurried into the main hall where council members were gathering. Pale and tense, a guard rushed in. "Speaker, a cluster of lanterns has gone out near the outer path." Eldrin's voice sharpened. "How many?" "3. The 4th is fading now." Even Tipp went silent. 4 lanterns dying at once was unheard of. Eldrin led them outside. The air was sharp with cold, the village eerily quiet. Alva followed him down the path until she saw it. A thick, swirling darkness hovered where the lanterns used to float. It clung to the air like living smoke, shifting slowly as if breathing. Alva froze. "It's waiting," Tipp whispered. But for what? The shadow rippled, then turned. Not toward Eldrin, not toward the guards, straight toward Alva. Eldrin stepped in front of her. "Stay behind me." But the darkness didn't move closer. Instead, it stretched upward, forming a tall, wavering shape, almost like a figure. Tipp grabbed Alva's hand. "It's taking form. This is bad, very bad." The shadow raised one thin tendril. It pointed directly at Alva. A hollow whisper drifted through the night, chilling her to the bone. A sound that wasn't quite a voice, yet unmistakable. It was speaking. It was calling her name.